When a man pulls away, it is not always about losing interest. Understanding emotional safety in men and how to respond the right way. Have you ever been talking to a guy who suddenly pulls away right when everything was going great? The messages slow down, the energy changes, and suddenly, you are left wondering what happened. Did I do something wrong? Did he lose interest? Most people panic in this moment, but what if I told you that distance does not always mean disinterest? Sometimes, when a man pulls away, he's not running from you, he is checking something deeper. He is testing whether the connection feels emotionally safe. Men are not always taught how to express fear, pressure, or love. So instead of talking, they pull back to think, to process feelings they are not ready to share yet. It is confusing, yes, but it is not always the end. In this video, I'm going to break down what is really happening when he pulls away, why it is not always a bad sign, what emotional safety truly means for men, and how you can respond calmly without chasing, panicking, or losing your peace. Because love doesn't always fade in silence. Sometimes silence is just someone learning how to love safely. So, let's talk about what is really going on and how to handle it with confidence, self-respect, and emotional intelligence. Think of it like a rubber band. When you stretch it and let go, it snaps back stronger. That is how emotional space works for many men. The problem is most relationships break right in this space when misunderstanding replaces trust. The psychology behind it is get a little deeper. When men pull away, they are not always testing you. They are testing their own emotions. Men have been raised to believe that vulnerability is weakness. So when they start feeling too emotionally invested, too dependent, or too exposed, their natural instinct is to step back and regain control. It is not about losing feelings. It is about checking. Am I safe to open up? Will she judge me if I show my fears? Can I trust her with my emotions? This pull-away phase is often an emotional pause, not a permanent stop. Let us say you have been dating someone for 2 months. Things are going great, long talks, deep connection, chemistry. Then suddenly, he starts texting less, acting distracted, and spending more time alone. You assume he is losing interest. But in reality, he is just feeling emotionally exposed. He might be thinking, I really like her, but what if I get hurt again? In that moment, if you start chasing, calling, or demanding answers, you confirm his fear that connection equals pressure. But if you stay calm, give space, and remain consistent, he sees you as emotionally safe. Emotionally reactive. What emotional safety really means? So, what is emotional safety really? For a man, emotional safety means he can be himself, quiet, thoughtful, imperfect, and still feel accepted. It is the freedom to express feelings without being criticized or shamed. In the early stages of dating, many men subconsciously test this. They will step back to see if you panic or stay grounded. If you stay patient, warm, and not controlling, that is powerful. Because emotional safety is not about constant reassurance. It is about trusting the connection even when there is silence. Many women make mistakes when he pulls away. Let us talk about what not to do. When he pulls away, it is easy to get anxious and start chasing, sending long texts, overanalyzing every message, or asking what's wrong. But that reaction often pushes him even further away. Here are the top 3 mistakes. 1. Trying to fix it immediately. It makes him feel cornered. 2. Assuming the worst, which creates negative energy in communication. 3. Matching his silence with coldness, which builds emotional distance. Remember, silence is not always rejection. Sometimes it is just emotional processing. The right way to respond. So what should you do when a man pulls away? 3 simple things. 1. Give space without punishment. You do not need to chase or play games. Just focus on your own peace, and let him feel your calm energy. 2. Stay warm, not distant. Send a short, supportive message like, hope you are doing okay. Take your time. That is emotionally intelligent and shows maturity. 3. Keep living your life. Do not pause your happiness waiting for a reply. When a man sees you have emotional independence, he feels safe, not smothered. How men emotionally reconnect. When men feel emotionally safe, they always circle back because peace is rare. They start to realize she did not panic. She did not make me feel guilty. She respects my space. That calm response builds trust, and trust builds commitment. So the next time he pulls away, instead of assuming it is the end, think of it as a quiet test of emotional safety. Signs he is coming back emotionally. You will notice subtle signs when he is coming back emotionally. His tone softens and messages. He initiates more conversations. He shares small personal things again. He looks for your energy, not just your attention. When that happens, do not punish the distance. Just re-engage naturally, like nothing happened. That shows emotional maturity and stability, and that is magnetic. The bigger lesson at the end of the day: the goal is not to keep a man, it is to keep your peace. When you stop reacting and start understanding, relationships become easier. Because real connection is not about constant closeness. It is about mutual trust and safety. If you can be calm in the distance, loving in silence, and patient during uncertainty, you become unforgettable. That is what makes love last. Remember this: when a man pulls away, do not panic. It is not always rejection. Sometimes it is reflection. Give space, keep peace, and trust what is real. Because love is not lost in distance. It is proven by how both people handle it. Thanks for watching. If this helped you understand men a little better, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it today.